Welcome to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hey everybody, welcome to BizChicks TV. I'm here with my co-host for the day, Ms. Robin Shimizu, all the way from California. Hi Robin, it's good to have you in the house. And we just want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory. Hey Fran, how you doing? Operating over there in the AI world. And also we just are excited to find out what can we do on a health note to improve our business life. What's going on over there, Robin?
So I was really excited when I read an article about the possibility of them passing a daylight savings time law where they're going to get rid of daylight savings time completely.
Oh, okay.
Well, basically what they're doing. Okay, so I didn't understand exactly what was going on. So I read this article and I kind of wanted to talk about daylight savings time today.
Would you please help yourself?
Okay, so there was an article that I read. It's actually, I think it was from the USA Today newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about what's the difference between daylight savings or daylight standard time, and what they're proposing to do. What the Senate will be looking at is a daylight savings time bill, which is going to get rid of the requirement to go back and forth during the year, but it's going to be daylight savings time, not daylight standard time. And so there's a difference, right, by an hour between daylight savings and daylight standard. And I thought, well, why is Trump supporting why is all of a sudden are they supporting this nationally? I mean, they've been talking about it for years, but all of a sudden the president behind us, I'm thinking, okay, something's going on. And it turns out that the president wants the daylight savings time because he's thinking that we'll have longer evenings, there'll be more people going out to dinner, there'll be less crime.
Exactly.
There's those kinds of things. But the people that are experts in sleep are saying that if we go to daylight savings time, it's not going to be good for our health because it screws around with our circadian rhythm, because daylight standard time is more closely aligned to our circadian rhythm. And it's actually better to stay on standard time, not the daylight savings time. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Okay, so it has some health benefits for why we need to be about the standard time.
The standard time, right, because it's closer to our circadian rhythm. So I just thought we'd go over real quickly the pros and cons of permanent daylight savings time. So this is what the bill is doing. Permanent daylight savings time. More daylight in the evening or outdoor activities, sports, shopping, and things like that. So what it does is it gives us more time in the evenings and it's darker in the mornings, right?
Yes, we start out dark.
Later sunsets eliminates the need to change the clock. Supporters argue that it could reduce traffic crashes and because there's more daylight, more daylight after school, and it's backed by President Trump. And then the cons are darker winter mornings with sunrise occurring significantly later in many areas. So the western states are going to have less sunlight in the mornings. It's going to be darker in the mornings. Children could be waiting for their school buses in the dark in the winter months, right? Because in the mornings it's going to be dark and they're going to be waiting for their school buses then. Sleep experts argue daylight savings time is less aligned to the body's natural circadian rhythm. Some research suggests that later morning light may negatively affect sleep quality, alertness, and overall health. And then they talk about the senators from the northern and western states have warned that winter sunrises could approach or exceed 9 a.m. in some locations. And so that's...
So it will be dark till 9 in the morning?
That's what they're saying. Have warned that winter sunrises could approach or exceed 9 a.m. in some locations. Wow. I guess that's like up in Seattle, up further north. The U.S. Anyway, so just so I guess I just wanted to talk about it because the sleep experts are saying this is not good. But for November 2026, we're still going to change our clocks because nothing has changed.
Okay.
We
All
changing
right.
our,
So not
but
this year.
not this year. But
Gotcha.
we're only in daylight standard time 4 months out of the year. We're in daylight savings time 8 months out of the year. Isn't that crazy? I didn't realize that.
I
We're
didn't know that.
yeah. So this article is really interesting to me because I thought, this is really great. We're gonna go. We're gonna have one. We're gonna be changing our clocks and all that kind of stuff. And I actually don't mind that we're changing our clocks. I think it's a good thing. But I didn't realize that our health experts don't like it. So I wanted our
I didn't
audience.
know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Wow. And also the fact that it's going to be dark till 9 o'clock. That's
In some
interesting.
places. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
guess some of those places would be California because we're
In
three
Northern
hours
California, yeah.
behind the East Coast. Wow. Okay.
So there we go. But it's going to run into trouble. Some senators are not going to don't like it, so it may not pass. But the president's behind it, so it might get signed. Okay,
Wow.
we have a really special guest with us today, and I'm going to read her bio. It's really short, considering what she's all accomplished. But I want to start out by saying that Dr. Linus Woods Mullins is with us today.
Okay.
Her in holistic medicine. And this is the first time I'm actually going to introduce her this way because I have to redo my notes here. Dr. Linus Wood Mullins is a certified holistic living and wellness expert, author, podcast host, and the founder of PraiseWorks Health and Wellness. Her company is dedicated to educating women over 40 on wellness. With over 18 years of experience, Linus has empowered women through coaching programs, ebooks, webinars, podcasts, and special events. She's created a vibrant Facebook group of over 27,000 women. I think that's wrong.
Amazing.
A subscription program, a holistic wellness network, and empowering events. Linus is co-author of Power Up Superwoman and publisher of Wellness Women 40 and Beyond E magazine.
Mm-hmm.
She has a doctorate in holistic health with emphasis on women over the age of 40. She is an influencer and social media strategist. Linus has certifications in nutrition, life coaching, gut health, aromatherapy, yoga, Pilates, with international and national recognition for her contributions on women wellness over the age of 40.
I love it. Wow.
I mean, that's just a snippet of everything that she's so we're always so excited to have her.
I mean, a really small piece. So shall we bring her on board?
Yes. Let's bring on
All
Linus.
right.
He has this for us today.
Welcome, Linus.
Hello, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. It's what a summer we've had. It doesn't seem like it was summer to me because I really didn't take a lot of time off. I've just been working, but it's been good. It's been good. I'm not just working, talking to myself. I'm talking to clients and getting a chance to be on other podcasts and getting a chance to be on TV and other markets and things like that. So things are going good, and I feel really blessed to be here today. Today we're going to be talking about, I was going to say estrogen. That's a part of it. We're talking about our hair as we age and how estrogen plays a part of it. Yes. How are you feeling, or how are you feeding your hair? That's a good way to look at it. Yes, because I think it's important for us to understand that estrogen and other kinds of things, other kinds of nutrients have a play in terms of what's going on with our hair. So let me go ahead and pull up my little script here because I don't want to forget anything. I no longer try to pull everything from memory. Don't do that anymore. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about estrogen first of all, because when your estrogen is low, it is going to impact the quality of your hair and your scalp health as well. And really, if your scalp is healthy, generally your hair will be healthy. But if your scalp is unhealthy, then your hair is going to eventually start being unhealthy as well. When you have lower estrogen, your hair grows more slowly. The the more hairs enter the shedding phase, you start shedding hair more, your individual hairs become finer, and overall your hair density can increase. At the same time, the relative influence of estrogen can increase the actual thinning of your hair, especially at the crown of your hair. And a lot of people have noticed this, that the crown of their hair and also maybe the forehead begins, the hair gets thinner and thinner. And that's because of low estrogen. That's the first sign of low estrogen. There are some other things that could be going on in terms of why your hair might be getting thinner or why your hair isn't growing. And I just want to run through those other root causes real quickly. Thyroid disorders, iron deficiencies, maybe vitamin D deficiency, zinc deficiency, low protein intake, which is a big one because generally speaking, women over 40, but particularly women over 50, have a tendency to have a low protein intake. Remember, our goal is 25 to 30 grams per meal. Okay. Chronic stress is a big one. Some of the medications that we start to go on definitely can impact our hair growth and our scalp health as well. Autoimmune conditions, and of course, there's always genetics. Hair loss is very factional in terms of where it's coming from. Okay. But let's talk a little bit about what you can do to support healthy hair, because there are foods that you can eat that can help increase the support of your hair, even when you have low estrogen. And of course, when it comes to low estrogen, there's hormone replacement therapy, there's bioidentical therapy, and there are other things you can do naturally to raise the estrogen. But let's take a look at what nutrients you can do to help with the estrogen. You want to eat enough protein. That's super important because the hair is made primarily of keratin, and that is a protein. So some good choices would be eggs and fish and chicken, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lentils. Lentils are really, really good. Tofu, endami, and lean turkey. Iron could be another reason. Low iron stores are a common contributor when it comes to hair shedding. So you want to take a look at your food sources. Lean red meat, if you're a meat eater, spinach, lentils, pumpkin seeds, and beans. Pair plant sources with vitamin C. That helps to improve the absorption. And if you're eating things like chicken, pair the skin with the chicken. Don't take the skin away because the skin is fat and the protein is fat soluble. And when you combine the two of those, it helps the protein to be absorbed more readily by the body. Or you want to maybe introduce chia seeds. Chia seed is a healthy fat and it's a protein. And so putting chia seed on your yogurt, for instance, in the morning is going to help absorb your protein even more so. And it's going to give you more protein. That's a double whammy. So that's a couple of tips in terms of how to increase your protein and your iron. Omega-3 fatty acids, these support your scalp health. And we don't have a tendency to think about our scalp in that way, but our scalp has its own microbiome, okay, in terms of what it needs to be kept healthy. And when our scalp is unhealthy, it is inflamed. So eating things with omega-3 fatty acids or taking omega-3 supplement can help reduce the inflammation in the scalp and support your scalp health. Salmon, sardines, chia seeds, flaxseed, and walnuts, all of those are very good when it comes to scalp health. Taking a look at zinc. Zinc is important for hair growth and repair. Pumpkin seeds, oysters, chickpeas, beef, and cashews. Those are all high in zinc. And I can tell you that cocoa is high in zinc. I always add cocoa to my smoothies. That makes a major difference in terms of my scalp health. Another one is biotin. True biotin deficiency is really uncommon though. And so more isn't always better. You need to know whether or not you're low on biotin before you start taking biotin supplements. I would not suggest that without checking with your doctor first to see if that's really the issue. Are you really low in biotin? But if you want to naturally increase your biotin, foods like eggs that are fully cooked, almonds, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, and sunflower seeds, they are really strong in biotin. And I would maybe want to get my biotin through my foods first before I actually do a supplement, unless your doctor or healthcare provider decides that that's what you need to do. You have to be careful about supplements because they're great, but sometimes you don't really need it. Sometimes you need something else. That's why you need help from a doctor or a medical practitioner like me to be able to determine what's going on with you first before you start taking these supplements and have very expensive urine, because the body won't absorb it. If it doesn't need it, it'll just go right out into your urine. So Just be wise about that. Vitamin D, low vitamin D has been associated with some types of hair loss. This is something your healthcare provider can test if appropriate. And I can tell you that traditionally African Americans, we are low on vitamin D because for one reason, our skin doesn't absorb the sun in the same way as maybe someone from European descent or Asian descent. So, and the melatonin in our skin is what repels it. So sometimes many doctors will put you on a vitamin D3 supplement, a vitamin D supplement. If it's a D3 supplement, you really should have a K2 with it. And there is D3 K2. The K2 helps with absorption. And you want to make sure that the D3 is going to the right places. Sometimes the D3 will go into your arteries if it doesn't have the K2 to direct it. And you don't want that because that can cause calcification of the arteries, hardening of the arteries. So just discuss that with your doctor. If he gives you a B2, ask a vitamin D, ask him about the K2, which he may or may not know about because nutrition is not part of a doctor's. I mean, they have nutrition as part of their training, but it's not their emphasis. So just double check that. Also, collagen supporting nutrients, because estrogen supports collagen production. And so a focus on nutrients that help your body make collagen is important. You can always take a collagen supplement. I use collagen powder. I love it. It's called Great Lakes, and you can get that from my website in a minute. I'll tell you how to find that. Vitamin C, protein, copper, and zinc. Those are the collagen supporting nutrients. And because your estrogen is going down, your collagen absolutely is. That's one of the reasons for wrinkles as we age, and dry skin, and brittle nails, and, crepey skin is because the collagen is depleting. But the good news is that you can, eat things to support your collagen production. And I highly recommend a collagen supplement. You can get it in a powder form or a pill form. And there's a place you can go on my site, and I'll tell you about that in a minute, to get some collagen. Lifestyle habits. Strength training is so important. Walking isn't enough. You have to add strength training, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes a day, twice a week. You got to add it. If you can work up to 20 minutes a day, twice a week, that's great. Daily movement is important. Stress management. Look for opportunities to reset your nervous system, by doing breathing. If you feel the need to sigh, go ahead and sigh. Sometimes it might be an inopportune time. Someone's talking and you sigh. They think, well, what's wrong? It's really nothing wrong. It's just that your body is telling you need to reset your nervous system, okay? Because otherwise your nervous system is always in the sympathetic nervous system, which is basically always armed for attack. And you don't want that, because that can cause other issues, a rise in cortisol and inflammation. So you want to be able to relax during the course of the day. Do deep breathing, do journal, meditation, go for a walk, work on lowering the cortisol levels and on releasing some of that stress. Also, adequate hydration is very important. As we age, we have a tendency to get more dehydrated, especially in the night hours. So waking up in the middle of the night and drinking some water is very important. If you can do that, some people worry about having to go to the bathroom. So maybe eat some watermelon before you go to bed. That's extremely hydrating. And some people report that they don't go to the bathroom in the middle of the night like they normally do when they drink water. And when they wake up in the morning, they don't feel quite as dehydrated. Also, you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. At this stage of the game, sleep is probably your second best friend besides the strength training and the walking. The fitness thing is important. Movement is important, but also sleep is important. I'm not talking about rest, which is important too, but I'm talking specifically about sleep. You want to try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. And I could talk about that forever in terms of the importance of what you need to do, but just rest assured, work on having a regular sleep regime and going to bed at the same time every night. Preparing your room that promotes relaxation, maybe diffuse lavender, take a hot bath or a hot shower, do whatever is necessary to get yourself to relax so that you can get a good sleep, because these support overall health, what I just told you, but it also, these lifestyle habits benefits the hair. You also want to take a look at gentle hair care, avoid excessive heat styling, limit tight hairstyles that pull on the scalp. Use a gentle shampoo that's appropriate for your hair type, and be cautious about harsh chemical treatments if your hair is already fragile. Depending on the cause A healthcare provider may recommend options like treating nutrient deficiencies or addressing your thyroid conditions, maybe your hormone therapy for appropriate, some appropriate candidates because of menopausal symptoms and estrogen loss. They go on HRT for the lowering estrogen. And you might want to be evaluated by a dermatologist if hair loss is sudden and patchy and severe. So I have a quick vibe reset that can help, with your hair health. And I would make today's reset, make it very, very practical. Okay. 25 to 30 grams of protein at your next meal. Add one iron-rich food this week. Include healthy fats every single day. I try to eat an avocado every day. In fact, I didn't eat one yesterday, and I feel like I can feel it because I ran out of avocado. Because when you're eating avocados every day, that means you're probably going to the store definitely once a week at least, and sometimes more because they go bad very quickly if you don't store them properly. Also, manage stress with 5 minutes of deep breathing, prayer, or another calming practice. And if hair loss is significant or persistent, schedule an appointment with your healthcare provider or me to discuss your possible causes. Okay. And for those of you who want to find out about the collagen, I love this. It's called Great Lakes Collagen. I think it's in my wellness tools. Let me just double check to make sure that it is. I love it because it's readily absorbed. It doesn't take much to be absorbed. And that makes a huge difference when it comes to your body being able to absorb it. You can put it in your coffee and it just gets super absorbed. Yes, it is on my website. So what you do is you go to vibewellnesswoman/links. And then you'll see the links, or you'll see the links on the page, and just click on Wellness Tools. And that will take you to all the products and services that I recommend. And the Great Lakes Collagen is excellent. I can tell a difference in my skin. I've been taking it now for over a month, and my skin is more luminous. My wrinkles that I used to have like around here are less prominent, and my hair just has its own sheen. I don't have to I don't use a lot of products in my hair any longer. I just wash it. I use natural products like olive oil and honey, for a kind of like a conditioner, and also to help it hold the curl. And then I do my normal washing. I use a coconut wash it's just a product that I get at Walmart, frankly. And that's it. I don't do a lot of stuff on my hair. I count my nutrition and my other lifestyle practices to support my hair health. Yeah, that's it.
I love it.
Let me ask you this: am I on the right page on the website?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Great Lakes Collagen. That's it. Okay. Yes, I got rid of Linktree, guys. I did. I figured out the way. So.
Okay, and this is the link for Linus's website. So
yeah, you can meet Linus.
That
tells you about me, or you can go to just vibewellnesswoman.com without the slash, and that takes you to the website. Mm-hmm.
All righty. Well, we can do that. Let me hide that. Let me do a little better job with that.
That's okay, no problem. It all leads to the right place. Most places have redirects. Yeah, most of them have redirects.
All things lead to Rome. Okay.
Yeah, all things lead to Vibe Wellness Woman. Yeah.
So here we are.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
There's the opening page, but I wanted them to see the tools so they can find collagen, because you do have to scroll down a little, folks, to get to the collagen.
Right.
These are different products and opportunities, and like this got something for skin, hormonal imbalance, and there's the collagen.
There's the collagen. Yeah. I think the next time I come on, I'm going to talk about parasite cleanse, because I'm getting ready to take a parasite cleanse. I'm going to tell you about my experience. Okay. I think a parasite cleanse is extremely important for women over 50, or for anybody, but women over 50 in particular.
That is fascinating that you're going to talk about that, Linus, because I've been thinking about parasite cleansing for myself, but I'm like,
really?
I'm not even sure where to go with it,
Well, okay, definitely. In fact, the parasite cleanse I carry, I know all the products I have tried, and I also know the creators of these products. If there's a
Okay.
problem, I know how to call the person who created it and give them feedback or whatever. The owner of this particular parasite cleanse, she has a huge plant in Colorado, I believe, where they manufacture this. And she's been on my podcast, and she's going to be coming into the group and talking to the group about the parasite cleanse. I have used it once before, and it is wonderful. I lost weight. I lost about 4 pounds. I mean, we have parasites because we're animals. All animals carry something. And I know it sounds gross, but we got to get over that piece
Yeah.
and get rid of the parasites that we don't need in our body. And I just tell people that if you're kind of, weird about it, just don't look in the toilet when you go.
Oh my God.
I promise you no one will sit up and say hello. No one will do that, but just don't look in the toilet. But you'll feel so much better. You'll have more energy. You'll sleep better. Your gut will be refreshed.
No, I'm fascinated with that, Linus. Thank you for bringing that up. You're coming back.
Yeah, I'm coming back. When am I coming back?
You're coming back on August 27th.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks.
I would have been finished by then. I would have finished my my cleanse again by then, because I'm taking another parasite cleanse on the this week, and I would have been finished by August 27th for sure. So okay, fantastic.
Okay, well, I'll write that down, that we're going to talk about parasite cleansing. That is fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Linus, we just are always so excited when you come, because we know that we are going to be receiving such expert advice and all of the resources on your website. I can't begin to tell you how excited we are to have you in this space.
Thank you. Yeah, the website has grown quite a bit, and I'm going to be introducing some new programs in September for the membership and everything. There's, I started out small and I'm growing. We have some new contributors. We've got some new programs coming up, and I'm creating something called the Vibe Sister Circle, which is dealing with African American women in particular when it comes to a high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and chronic stress.
Yes.
I think right now in particular, it's really, really needed, because a lot of us are under a lot of stress because of just the current climate is
Exactly.
interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
Yes,
So we just thank you for being in this space and for making the what would you say, just being so gracious as to share yourself with us. So we thank you.
Always. You guys are family. I love you guys. Thank you so much thanks for thinking of me and allowing me to speak to your community.
Wow. Well, you know what? I just also want you to know that we are going to be launching what I call the AI aunties, guys. Here we are. So
so cute.
Yes, every Monday we will be. Let me change this widget because that's TJ's link. But there's the link for Biz Chicks. Every Monday we're going to be on there, and we're going to show you some things that you can do with AI, answer your questions. So just we look forward to talking to you at 8:00 Pacific Standard Time on the Biz Chicks channel. And I didn't know if you guys were aware of it, so I wanted to share that with you, that we will be there, and we hope that you will share it out.
Great idea.
So let me change this banner, because
I like that because I was always missing the workshops that you guys were doing.
Yes.
This way I can tune in every Monday morning at 8 and know that you'll be there. That's great.
Exactly. Talking about AI and how it can help you, especially if you're a caregiver. It really can help a lot. I've seen some things since I recently helped someone with caregiving that are really beneficial to keeping things on track with medications, doctor's appointments. Which doctor did they see 8 months ago? Just amazing. So, in this space, I look forward to helping people with practical ways to use AI in their everyday life. So, I'm so glad that Linus is going to be revisiting us. But who's coming up next week?
next week we have Jill Weston with us.
Oh, and
Oh my
Liz was just talking about breathing and space
Exactly.
reduction. And I hope you guys will do a recap of the um, retreat, because she recently had a
Oh,
retreat, and maybe
yeah,
just
she might be
mhm,
able to do that. Yeah.
maybe you can talk about what you experienced and how it went. I think that would be good for our audience, because we
Okay.
want people to support our biz chicks and to attend their events, and we also want to share how beneficial they are. So there you go.
I think Jill is planning another retreat at the same resort or
Oh,
the same retreat center in Sonoma, but I'm trying to talk her into one in Mexico because I thought
okay.
that would be fun for us to go to Mexico for a retreat. So
That
try to
too.
talk her into
Oh
that.
my goodness. All righty, Daddy. So with that, I just want to thank you so much for all that you do. Oh my goodness, Robin. It is
Oh,
just such a blessing. And when you see the AI aunties, you can go to our website. I'm gonna share that with you. But we have you over there. We used your picture for one of the aunties.
oh, Jill. Okay.
So I think it's
Whatever
gonna
you
be
guys need, you guys can have. So that's good.
bless your heart. let's see. Let's see if I can get there.
What do
Uh,
you? Okay, so
hold on. Hold on. I'm
you
going
should.
to the. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. No, no, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
excited about today's presentation too, because Linus reminds us that it takes a lot of work to take care of ourselves. Because you notice her list was basically our lives throughout the day:
It
sleep,
is
exercise, great nutrition,
sleep.
and all of those great things. And that's the same thing she would say if we wanted to take care of our skin. It's just,
Exactly.
so it's all good. I just love Linus.
Well, I'm going to share real quick the AI Aunties website.
Yes.
And can you see that?
Yes. Oh,
And then we
that's
have a section called Ask the AI Aunties, and there you are, Auntie Robin. Turns confusion into confidence with calm, clear guidance. Did you know that about yourself? So we're going to be on there
Oh,
answering
funny.
questions, giving some practical tips, um, and some go-tos for your phone, your apps. And also, I wanted people to know that BizChicks is putting on a workshop for people who are just beginning to learn their computers and their laptops. So yeah, to so they can learn the language. So when they get into classes and people say, we need you to copy and paste this, or we need you to, share your tab or that kind, they'll have that kind of
Are you going to teach us
ability.
how to put things in files?
No, not in this class. This is basically what's going on the screen, so that when we're navigating through the class, they'll know, oh, that's what the tab is. Where do my
Got
eyes
it.
go? Where's the address bar versus, Google search? So that they don't waste a lot of time teaching computer basics during the
Yeah,
AI class.
got it.
Hmm.
Smart. Yeah. You
Because
guys.
we ran into that when we started teaching the first AI class, and it was like, oh, okay, we need to, we need to do this before we
Yes,
do that.
set
We
the
need, in
foundation. Yeah.
some cases, we'll need some prerequisites.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we decided to add that class, and
That's
we'll be
great.
talking about that soon and putting up the link so people can sign up. But I just wanted to thank you, and I look forward to hearing from Jill so I can breathe. Lord knows, breathing, breathing is so essential, especially even when you're exercising, because it relaxes your muscles and it just has such an overall effect on your stress level.
Yeah.
So, with that, we want to remind everybody that, hey, we're here to help take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can run a profitable business that's fun to run. And we will see you all soon. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.